you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Come on, set 70, Indy.
It's our time. It's our time.
Shoot.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
80 weapon.
Check 49.
Get it.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ready.
44 is Mike. Check. Now watch run.
Deep grip.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
60 or.
Rip right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Showing it.
6-6. Bullet high. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Stay there. 180.
Number 53. Mike 53.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
And the Chargers first down.
So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10.
Shift, shift. Wait. Check 43.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set. Round 80.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Tighten up, tighten up.
Round.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Buffalo one. Buffalo one.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Check ring 90. Black 15.
Mike, you don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check your hot read. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it.
Rivers now from the 50. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12.
Set. Hey, Brown 80.
Check back 21. Here we go. Check it backer, check it backer.
Red. Red.
Hey, check back 21, back 21, check back 21. 3 bud, 3 bud. Check! He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Behind.
Rivers again. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Cluster.
Hey, check back 21, right 21, check back 21. Hey, they scared, they scared. Tight dog. Watch twist.
Wait, 89.
Again, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers Tackles is dropped. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On second down, a run with Lindsey. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Touchdown, defense. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Alpha!
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A toss play. Gordon. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. We're okay. We're okay. 380.
Rivers now. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard. And it's 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop.
Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Hey, Rocket.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Here's Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 49 yards.
Los Angeles.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Sponge. No. Switch.
From the gun, Rivers. Open man is Samuel, complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Undercut.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Check, 43. Silver. Check nickel. Check 15. Check 15.
3rd and goal for Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll try to draw Lindsey, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Check safety. Watch out.
On 1st down, Locke. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Oh, you got deep? Check 3. Check 24.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
This is fielded at the 27. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch the pass. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey, check 24, check 24. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Quick dance. Come. Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 17-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Load it! Load it!
Let's go.
Hey, echo!
53. Mike, 53.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ready? 30 base.
Right here, right here. Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's done with him.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock, Philip Lindsay, the intended target. 3rd down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw is Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Lindsay. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Locke to throw on 2nd down. This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. Watch twist, watch the twist.
Greystone, travel. Put up.
Hey, mark 52, mark 52. And let's get this, get this. Check 26, check 26. Hatchet, hatchet.
Hit it.
looking to throw again on second down. Lock, blitz coming, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lock. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll go again with Lindsey, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ready? 60 or. Record. X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. First down, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Zoo!
On second down, Rivers again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
12.
Ready? Check 4. Begin.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Okay, just like that. Check 37. Alert 3. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
In your face.
Ready?
Another run by Lindsey. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Third and 2, Lott's going to throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 40.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. Well, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Check.
Protein spill.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation. having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Six guy. Check six guy.
Hey, easy. Behind.
Rivers escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Ready up.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.